Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kene Nwangu. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Here's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Second and 10.
Here's Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, for incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy,
57 yards.
and the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1.
They run with Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Watson off play action. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Akins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Akins, 26 yards. And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
92 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here's 3rd and 3.
To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
Second straight drive now here, Charles. With an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Watson now to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Set.
Back to throw, Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chauncey Golston able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Prescott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Watson.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman.
As the first half is winding down. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a... And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 6.
Prescott to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Hines. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 62 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Shedding the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now it's Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
At the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. Still going.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, They're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Prescott. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit,
and they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! Kevontae Turpin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Prescott now. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown. He's got a man complete. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cedric Tillman 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Here's 1st and goal. To throw, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Now Dak. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Watson now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Dak. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. 2nd and 11. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The city always a little extra excitement for week 1 of one of our.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force.